Good morning, students and my dear friends. I am Santosh Kumar, PGT Zoology, Srikakulam district, Andhra Pradesh. Last day and before last day classes, we are learning about the different endocrine glands. Okay. Once we see that what is corpus luteum. Okay. So I repeated one point. Corpus luteum. So corpus luteum is a breaking down of Graafian follicle or ovarian follicle to produce ovum. This rupturing Graafian follicle or ovarian follicle called as a Graafian corpus luteum. This corpus luteum acts like a temporary endocrine gland. Corpus luteum acts like a temporary endocrine gland to produce progesterone. We know that what is the use of progesterone, which helps in the implantation of embryo and formation of placenta. Whatever it may be, this corpus luteum is a produced estrogen when the implantation of embryo is occurred. I mean, pregnancy is occurred. Okay. So when the absence of pregnancy, this corpus luteum not produce progesterone. Okay, then it is a turn. The corpus luteum is a turn into the another tissue that is called corpus albicans. Corpus albicans. So that is about the corpus luteum. Whatever it may be, it acts like a temporary endocrine gland. Okay, we have to see that some more tissues and organs, they are also acts like a endocrinous function. Okay, that's why it acts like a non-endocrine organs or tissues. Okay, non-endocrine organs or tissue, they produce the hormones. For example, heart, kidney and gastrointestinal tract. Okay, which acts as a non-endocrine tissues or organs. There also secretes hormones. Once we see that what kind of the hormones are produced, heart, first heart. This heart consists of myocytes. What kind of the myocytes are found in the heart? Atrial myocytes. They produce or secrete the peptide hormones. Like what are the peptide hormones? Atrial natriuretic factor, atrial natriuretic peptide, atrial natriuretic factor, atrial natriuretic peptide, ANF, ALP. Okay, these are peptide hormones to produce from the atrial myocytes from the heart. Okay, so what is the job of this hormone? Dilation of the blood vessels, lower blood pressure, and decreases the absorption of decreasing the absorption of renal tubule. Okay, that's why automatically blood pressure is low. Okay, that is about peptide hormones ANP or AMF. Then coming to that one more non-endocrinous organ, that is called juxta, that is called kidney. Okay, the kidney contains the specialized cells, that is called juxtaglomerular cells. Juxtaglomerular cells secretes the one most important hormone, that is called erythropoietin. So it is a hormone. Erythropoietin is produced from the juxtaglomerular cells from the kidney. They produce they promotes the erythropoiesis. We know that the production of the red blood cells are called erythropoiesis. Once we see that regulation of differentiation and proliferation of the erythroprogenitor cells. Erythroprogenitor cells we have to see in the bone marrow. These erythroprogenitor cells are differentiate and proliferate, then to produce the red blood cells. That's which helps in the production of RBC, erythropoiesis. poiesis. Okay, that is about kidney and secretes the poietin, erythropoietin. Then coming to that another non-endocrinous tissue, some specialized tissues, it acts like a non-endocrinous tissue. They produce hormones, that is called okay, gastrointestinal tract. Gastrointestinal tract. Okay, some important cells are here in the mucosa of these gastrointestinal tract. Gastrointestinal tract, it is another one more non-endocrine tissue. Okay, and this gastrointestinal tract presents in the mucosa of gastrointestinal tract, and generally they produce some more hormones. Okay, these hormones are participated in the digestion. So once we see that gastrin, secretin, cholecystokinin, gastro-inhibitor peptide. Okay, gastrin, cholecystokinin, secretin, gastro-inhibitory factor. So what is the gastrin? Okay, so gastrin which act on the gastric glands of the stomach walls. The gastrin act on the gastric glands in the wall of stomach to produce or secrete HCl and pepsinogen. In presence of HCl, this pepsinogen is turned into the pepsin, which act on the proteins. We know that. Okay, that is about the gastrin. And secretin. Secretin is produced by the duodenal mucosa. Duodenal mucosa. Okay, and which act on the pancreas and produce water and bicarbonate hormones. That is about secretin. Then coming to that cholecystokinin. Okay, cholecystokinin. Then this cholecystokinin is also produced from the duodenum and released into the duodenum. Produced from the wall of duodenum and enter into the duodenum, which act on the fats in chyme, and it is also refluxes the sphincter of body. That's why this cholecystokinin also called as a pancreogynin. It's also called as a cholecystokinin also called as a pancreogynin. And these cholecystokinin act on the pancreas to produce the pancreatic hormones. Okay, then coming to that gastro-inhibitory peptide. So it's simply called as a GIP, gastro-inhibitory peptides. Okay, these gastro-inhibitory peptide to inhibits the gastric secretion and some type of motility. Okay, gastro-inhibitory peptide to inhibits the gastric secretion from the stomach and motility also. And these hormones are called some more non-endocrinous tissues present in our body that to produce the secretion, that is called growth factors. These growth factors also helps in the normal growth of the tissues, repair and regeneration. So these are all about the non-endocrinous tissues. Heart, kidney and gastrointestinal tract acts like a non-endocrinous tissues and organs to produce the hormones are also called as a growth factors. Okay, and you want more videos from me, you like my classes and videos, as a notification, comment and subscribe my SK Zoology channel. Thank you all of you.